Oh man, that was fucking awesome. That's what that was. And yes, it did take me a week to get this review out, I'm sorry, but because of real life stuff, I haven't had time to watch it until now. But last night, I got to see it, finally. And yeah, it's probably going to end up in the best movies of the year list, because this was fucking awesome, and I'm so excited to talk about it. Even if I had to keep spoilers out of it, I'm so excited to talk about it, because while I originally said that Final Destination 5 was my favorite of the series, I think I just found my new favorite. Because Final Destination Bloodlines is badass. And I'm so pumped to talk to you guys about it. So, let's finally close the chapter of Final DestiMAYtion on this channel, and finally review what is undoubtedly going to be one of, if not the best horror movie of 2025. What's up? What's happening? What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to DestiMAYtion, which is for anything and everything animation, including TV, movies, and especially horror films. I am your local horror nut, Jackson Small. I finally, last night, got to check out the latest installment of the Final Destination series, the first one in 14 fucking years, with Final Destination Bloodlines. And all the high praise you've heard about this movie is 100% warranted. This is not just an amazing installment in this series, it is the new best installment in this series. And how often can you say that for a franchise that's in its 6th entry? Unless you're Mission Impossible or Friday the 13th. Like, point is, it's rare. And now we have this one, which might be one of the best 6th installments of any franchise ever. Right up there with Friday Part 6. Right up there with Mission Impossible Fallout. Like, this movie is so fucking good. Like, I can't even find ways to describe it without going straight into spoilers. So much about it works to an incredible degree, and it is a brand new next level for this franchise. Now, yes, it's not perfect. There's still some flaws, but I'm going to tell you right now, if you love this series and you love horror films, there's the door. Go out and see it now. Seriously, go out and see it. You have no reason not to. Go out and see it. Here's my written review for the archives, spoiler-free. I hope you enjoy. Oh, I'm just so freaking excited, dude. Most excited I've been to talk about a horror movie in a while. After almost a week of delay due to real-life stuff, I've finally seen the newest installment in the franchise that's making a comeback after a whopping 14 years. Final Destination 6 Bloodlines. And holy shit, it is just as awesome as you've heard. The new story by John Watts, yes, this is from the same guy who directed the MCU Spider-Man trilogy that's making and writing the story in this movie, is fantastic. It does a great job adding new things to the formula, while also staying true to the elements that made this series work so well. The characters and acting are some of the best in the franchise, especially Tony Todd, in a touching but heartbreaking final farewell. I love his scene, and I especially love that they actually let him ad-lib this scene, as they were pretty much all aware that he was sick and he was getting towards the end of his life. So, every word that comes out of his mouth in that scene, it has another double meaning to it. And it is probably the best way they could have let Bloodworth walk out of this franchise. Seriously, that scene, zero dry eyes in the theater at that scene, mine included. I was crying my eyes out like a baby as a huge fan of this dude's work, from Candyman, even the shitty ones, to, of course, Final Destination. Like, all this dude's work. Hell, even in an episode of Criminal Minds, this dude's amazing. He will forever be missed, and I really appreciate that the makers of this movie allowed him to have his own scene to pretty much give us all his own touching goodbye, both as the character of Bloodworth and a goodbye to us fans. Seriously. Amazing scene that hits you right in the heart, dude. I cannot describe it any more than that. It is a touching but heartbreaking final farewell, and the best way that Tony Todd could have possibly gone out. Rest in peace, legend. You went out a legend. Pacing is great. It's a bit slower than some of the other movies, but also really maintains that throughout its runtime. And that runtime itself is perfect. This movie's like, what, less than 110 minutes? Maybe a little more. It's a really easy sit, is what I'm saying. Jokes are surprisingly pretty funny. Not just the dark humor that this franchise is known for, but some actual genuinely clever and funny lines of dialogue, which is rare in a movie like this, and again, rare in a sixth installment in a franchise. Cinematography is outstanding. This movie's cinematography is literally just next level, dude. This movie's cinematography is so good. And of course, the continuation of the thing this franchise is best known for: creative, over-the-top kills, and gruesome gore. Yes, this one does continue that weird thing that started with the third movie, where they start having an over-reliance on CGI, but this is some of the better CGI. It's not that terrible Final Destination 4 3D CGI bullshit, okay? This is, like, genuinely great, well-done CGI that is actually horrific. And the kills in this movie are some of the best in the fucking franchise. Like, one in particular involving an MRI machine and a vending machine. Those two things together create a double kill that goes right up there with one of, if not the best kill in the entire franchise. It is amazing, dude. That kill is freaking amazing. And all the other kills in this movie are great too. And even though it is CGI gore, it's really good CGI gore. You see heads smashed in, you see people losing fingers, you see people splatting on the ground in giant pools of blood. Like, this movie does not hold back, and I fucking love it because of that. Like, it uses that R rating to its absolute limit. However, as I said at the beginning of this review, it does have its flaws. While the story does its best to try and add new things to the formula, it still follows that same standard Final Destination template, which most people are going to be happy with because that's what they come into this movie expecting. And if you are one of those people that expects it to just follow the same template, that's fine. You're going to be happy with what you have here. But for those that are expecting just a little bit more outside just that template, yeah, temper your expectations. It's not going to be like that. It follows that template almost to a T, but does switch a few things up. The gore, while great, is still mostly CGI, thus lacking practical effects. You know me, I love my practical gore, and it's always going to be more effective than CGI, no matter how great it's done in CGI. And the final act, excluding the stinger ending, is a mess. Yeah, the final act of this movie is a mess. It's like a 5-minute little thing, and then it just ends. It sucks, but that's just how it is. Now, I like the stinger ending and the way it kind of calls back to the ending of something like Final Destination 2, but at the same time, it's barely even a climax. Like, it's like a 5-minute little scene, and then that's it. And yes, I get it, this franchise has always struggled to give good endings, but this one is one of the worst of them, because it's barely even an ending. That's the one thing that a lot of people have criticized with this movie, and it's one of my criticisms too. The ending of this movie, it's too short, and it's an absolute mess. That makes little to no sense. Overall though, Death returns with a vengeance and is out for blood in the new best installment of the entire Final Destination franchise, and easily one of the best horror movies of the year. It's gory, it's unrelenting, it's badass, it's everything you love about Final Destination packed into one awesome kick-ass movie. And if we get more like this from these longer production gaps in between sequels, then I am more than willing to wait for as long as necessary. Because I absolutely fucking love this one. It's one of the must-see movies of the summer season, and I highly recommend it. Seriously, if you love Final Destination, go see this movie. If you love horror movies, go see this movie. If you love seeing people get killed in gruesome, gory ways, go see this movie. Just go see this fucking movie, dude. You have no excuse. Go see this movie. If you love horror movies, this is a must-watch. It is easily one of the best horror movies of the year, one of the best 6 installments of any franchise ever, and it is the best Final Destination movie that we've gotten yet. I love this movie, and I am so happy that this franchise came back with such an incredible, incredible film. Like, this is right up there with this. It's right up there with Halloween 2018 as far as horror franchise comebacks go, because this movie is so fucking good. Like, seriously, you gotta watch this movie. Highly recommended. There's a reason why it's literally annihilating the box office right now. It deserves it. Every single little bit deserves it. So, all that's left now for me to give to this movie is a final verdict. And even though I can't give it that perfect score that I want to give it on a pure entertainment level, it's still going to be super high. How high? Well, this high. My final verdict for Final Destination 6 Bloodlines, highest of the franchise, incredibly well deserved, 9 out of 10. Kick-ass fucking movie. Check it out if you haven't seen it already. Man, it feels great to end a marathon on this channel on such a high note, because usually with marathons like this, you have to end on, a pile of shit. But here, we don't have to do that. We get to end it on a super high, super positive note. And even though I've had my gripes with this series, I do really love it. I love what it did to the horror genre. I love how it flipped the whole slasher genre upside down for a while. And even in the worst of installments, it still found ways to be creative with its kills. And that, at the end of the day, is what we go to horror movies for more than most. So, yeah. And for as my final ranking of the Final Destination series, it's kind of obvious at this point if you've seen all these reviews, but it looks something like this. With 6 at the top. And trust me, I wasn't expecting to say that, but yeah. 6 is the best one, and it is going to be super hard for them to top this if we ever get a 7th movie. Not only because of the connections with Tony Todd and this being his final farewell, but also because, even outside of that, this movie is so high quality that it is going to be incredibly hard to top. But I guess we'll wait in a few years and see if they can do that. But until then, thanks for watching. Thanks for watching all of these Final Destination reviews. I've really enjoyed reviewing these movies. Aside from that one piece of shit, but outside of that, I've really enjoyed reviewing these series. I've enjoyed reviewing these movies for you. And I've enjoyed just talking about this series. And again, it's so great that we get to end it on a high note. At least for now. When will we get another one? Only time will tell, but if this movie makes $1 billion, I will be genuinely ecstatic, because it fucking deserves every single dollar. It's an incredible movie, it's a badass horror movie, and you definitely need to go see it now. So, that's it. That is literally all I've got for Final Destination Bloodlines without going into spoilers. So thank you guys so much for watching. I had a lot of fun making these reviews. Feel free to like, share, and subscribe for more videos like this almost every single day. And I will see you guys next time when we get back on the Marvel train and turn the smile into a frown because we have to talk about Black Widow. Son of a bitch. Oh well. Thanks for watching all these Final Destination reviews. See you next time for Black Widow, or whatever's next for Final Destination. I don't know. See you then. Thanks for watching. Go see this movie now. Peace.